Even after all he's been through, his players see the same coach.
Coach Meyer's fine. He's great right now.
He's back, back looking young again, back hanging out with the guys, and we just enjoy having him back.
Urban Meyer is back from a roller coaster ride which saw him step down as Florida coach only to step back into his job a day later. It took him a while to change his workaholic ways, but thanks to athletic director Jeremy Foley, Meyer was able to scale back his off-season routine and make a few lifestyle changes which have changed his mental and, more importantly, his physical well-being.
I learned a lot. I learned, it's rather elementary when you think about it. Whatever energy goes out, you got to put something back in. And if you never have an opportunity to do it because you're always doing this, and this. So Jeremy was great and kind of prioritized what's important. And obviously with me, family's ahead of football.
Hopefully he's grown into a balance. I think if you see him, and like most coaches, very committed. He's Urban's an extremely intense coach. Hopefully he's found that balance of how to relax himself in the offseason at times and recharge his battery.
So SEC coaches like Georgia's Mark Richt can't completely understand what Urban Meyer went through this year, but in some ways they can. They know to be a successful SEC coach, you got to have the right balance, something they're constantly working on.
I can understand how any coach can get, worn out, can be, physically, emotionally, even spiritually sometimes. It's tough. It's a tough job, and that's why, like for me, I rely heavily on our coaches, to do their job.
I make all my coaches have a physical before the year, and I want them to leave the office sometime during the day. I want them to go outside and walk, jog, ride a bike.
I probably do a little bit more outside type of things than maybe some coaches. I play golf 4 or 5 months of the year in the off season.
Getting on the golf course, getting out of the office helps avoid burnout, but for several SEC coaches, the biggest break comes from being around family.
If I really need stress relief, I go hug on Macy, who's 7, and I hug on Smack, who's 16, and the boys are a little thicker, a little smellier, but they also have the same effect on Dad.
My wife does a good job of making sure I'm not, if I had it my way, I'd probably eat pretty bad every day because I love to eat. Some people smoke and drink, I eat.
My faith comes first, my family's next, and then my job.
So we will see if the changes help Urban Meyer this fall, but it's clear he's not the only coach in college football's most demanding conference who's trying to strike that perfect balance. At SEC Media Days, Mike Neighbors for CST Tonight.